Listen, castor oil is having a moment from TikTok trends to deep rooted Ayurvedic wisdom. And I just did a video on Instagram and it got over 10 million views. This thick golden liquid is praised for everything from gut health to detoxing to hair growth and glowing skin to reducing inflammation and pain. But here's the truth no one is talking about. While castor oil is packed with so many amazing benefits, using it the wrong way can do more harm than good. So, in this video, we are diving deep into the real science behind castor oil, what works, what's just the hype, and what have been the biggest mistakes that you actually don't want to make. So, if you have ever wondered how to actually use castor oil to help support your nervous system, your health, without the sticky mess or the potential side effects, keep watching. So, where does castor oil come from? I want to just go into the background of castor oil because before it became the latest cool internet obsession, it actually has its roots about 5,000 years old in Ayurveda. I mean, thousands of years. So, ancient Ayurvedic practitioners have used it for gut cleansing. And actually, there are grandmas, even today, that swear by giving this to kids in tiny doses to help with parasitic cleanses. It helps with inflammation, balancing the body's doshas. This was a key part of panchakarma. It still is today, and one of the most powerful detox methods in Ayurveda because Ayurveda is the oldest science in the world and because of its ability to literally flush out toxins. But here's what modern science tells us, okay? Castor oil contains ricinoleic acid. Now, it's a compound that has antimicrobial, anti inflammatory, and powerful gut cleansing properties. This is why it's been FDA approved as honestly a natural laxative. But not all castor oils are created equal. And please be careful when you are looking into this because that brings us to mistake number one. You have to choose the correct castor oil. Did you know that some castor oils contain toxic residues? Yeah. Castor bean itself. Castor is a bean and it contains ricin or ricin, one of the most poisonous substances on the planet. Yep. That's why high quality castor oil is actually cold pressed and hexane free because the process that's used to extract it is typically with gas to remove the impurities. Now, cheap, non organic castor oils can be processed with hexane, which is a solvent that may leave behind harmful chemical residues. And you don't want to be putting that on your skin. So, if you are using castor oil for your skin or digestion or lymphatic drainage or any sort of anti inflammatory modes on your body, always choose one that's organic, that's cold pressed, and that's stored in a glass bottle. You definitely don't want it to absorb contamination from any plastics or PFAS or forever chemicals, right? Now, I know I'm going to jump off of my soapbox, but using too much castor oil, that's mistake number two, especially internally. And I don't talk about internal castor oil as much, but it is a powerful gut cleanser. And people tend to do this for laxatives, but here's where most people go wrong. They overdo it. Now, one teaspoon, and I'm not a doctor, okay, but can be enough for gentle detoxing, but anything more can lead to cramping, nausea, serious discomfort, and you definitely don't want to use this if you are pregnant or if you may be pregnant. And here's how to use it the Ayurvedic way. Instead of taking it straight up, which is intense, now you can mix a few drops into a warm herbal tea or a spoonful of honey. And this is honestly what's been given to little kids. I know I used to have this from elders and all the grandmas that I know would do this in Ayurveda because it's not a shock to your system and it gently removes and flushes toxins from your body, especially if you've been plugged up. And if you're using castor oil daily for gut health, you might be messing with your body's natural elimination cycle. So you don't want to overdo it. Ayurveda suggests that you should only use it when needed and actually in the change of the season. So perhaps once a quarter or even twice a year. Now, kids under 5, if you are using this, and again, this is not medical advice at all, but you want to make sure that it helps with a parasitic cleanse, but only in small drops. All right. So, mistake number three, applying it for wrong detox and lymphatic drainage. Now, I want to talk about one of the most best kept secrets in using topical castor oil, now topically for your body. It is literally nature's best kept secrets because these packs have been used for centuries to support our liver detox, hormone balance, and lymphatic flow. But most people get this wrong and they slather castor oil all over their body. I know I've done this too because I'm obsessed with the product, but they do it without using a compress. Now, if you're doing it without using a compress, you're not getting the full benefit. The magic happens when castor oil is applied with a gentle heat. Okay, it helps it penetrate deeper into your tissues, deeper into the layers of your skin because your skin is your greatest organ and it absorbs really fast and it activates your anti inflammatory properties. So, how do you do this? You soak a cotton flannel. I know it can get hot, or a wool pad. You've probably seen people use bandages. I don't really like those, to be honest, because it doesn't actually help with the heat. But you want to use a cotton pack and put it over your abdomen or liver or any area with inflammation. It actually helps calm your nervous system. I actually use it over my thyroid. Mamas, you already know this. It helps with reducing the inflammation of your thyroid. You want to add a warm compress or a heating pad, cha-ching, for 30 to 60 minutes because it is so nourishing. This method honestly has been scientifically proven to boost lymphocyte production. Okay, which it actually means that it actively supports your immune system. So if you're feeling under the weather, you can actually put this on your liver with a heat pad. It helps you detox. Mistake number 4, believing the hair growth myth. All right, I don't know about you. We've all got to do our research about this and try it for yourself. But we all think that castor oil is going to grow our hair. And you've probably been seeing influencers claiming that it's given them long, thick hair overnight. But what does the science actually say about this? Now, the truth, castor oil is deeply hydrating and it is nourishing and it can actually improve scalp health, which is probably why one can think that it can support hair growth, but there's no scientific evidence proving it. But honestly, I've tried it myself for my eyelashes, my eyebrows, and I don't know if it's placebo, but I definitely have seen a change for sure. So, should you use it? Yes, but don't expect a miracle. I would say, I don't know, mix it with some of the lighter oils. In Ayurveda, we're taught some of the lighter oils like jojoba or almond oil, or we use mustard oil and sesame oil. My grandmother did that. And to be able to put it in our hair without being it so thick or sticky on your scalp with that big residue. All right, mistake number 5, applying it directly to your face without testing. Now, here's where people get into trouble. Using castor oil as a skincare. And I know you've probably seen me do this on Instagram as well. But here's the thing, without doing a patch test. Now, castor oil has been shown as an antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, and supposedly non-comedogenic, but it's also thick. It's occlusive, meaning that it can potentially trap bacteria if your skin isn't clean. And if you have acne prone skin, I know that some people were sending me messages saying that, oh, I broke out with it. So you want to be able to start slow. First, dilute it with a lighter oil. Again, jojoba, frankincense, amazing. And definitely, you don't want to do it at night to clog your pores. But if you notice breakouts, well, guess what? It might not be for you. But I do love it because honestly, I think it's nature's Botox. It's helped me. I feel like I have more glow. It helps with the sluggishness of when I'm waking up and going to bed really late and the puffiness around my eyes. So I highly recommend, if you haven't tried it, definitely try to dilute it first and do a patch test. So, should you be using castor oil? Absolutely. Definitely make sure, but wisely. So, Ayurveda has been knowing about castor oil and its healing powers for literally centuries. Okay, modern research is finally catching up. But like any powerful natural remedy, it is all about using it in the right way. Don't get carried away, right? This is such a sacred oil. You want to make sure you're using and choosing a high quality cold press oil. If you're buying it on Amazon, you want to make sure it has thousands of reviews. And you only use small amounts if you're using this internally and only when needed. For detox, you definitely want to apply it with a warm compress for a much added benefit, and you'll thank me later. For skin and hair, dilute it and patch test it first. And if you're using it on pain or any shoulder pain, you always want to try it before you say yes to it. So it's all about detoxing and balancing your nervous system. And there's one Ayurvedic remedy that's overlooked that's even more powerful. I would love for you to click here to watch the next video where I break down the ultimate Ayurvedic detox tool that literally no one is talking about. I'll see you in the next video. You know I've got so much more in store for you. So if you are really ready to dive in and keep owning your emotions like the boss that you are, click right here. Go ahead, don't be shy. I'll see you in the next one. Keep shining.